type of the microorganism used for the biogas production. Today we talk about the diagrammatic representation and the last point of this chapter, microbe as a biocontrol. So first of all, draw diagram along with me. मेरे साथ साथ draw करो. So we are talking about biogas or gobar gas plant setup. Biogas plant setup. Okay, we are talking about that setup part. Chal. So first of all, we draw one tubular structure, which is approximately that is called as a digester, anaerobic digester, and that should be 10 to 15 feet deep inside the earth, inside the soil. So first of all, we draw one digester. Okay, one tube. These are called as the digester. And this digester approximately 10 to 15 feet deep inside. 1 point. Now we are talking about one entry point where we have to add some slurry material like water and the cow dung or the other dung. So यहाँ पे एक outlet होगा. These are some box like setup. Inside this, you can add dung plus water. These are the area where you can add cow dung or other cattle dung, sheep dung with water. Now, such type of this mixture we are talking about slurry. Slurry means what? 90% water we have to use. So these are the one type of the slurry. And inside this slurry, approximately 90% water we have to use and remaining 10%, these are the dung part. Okay. Now what happened? There is a one outlet. With the help of that outlet, you can add dung with water, and these are mixture. It is called as a slurry. Slurry, maximum water, and along with that, we are talking about dung part. You have to add this compartment. Now it get enter inside this digester, right? Now what happened? Inside the digester, different types of bacteria are present. Anaerobic bacteria or facultative anaerobics, right? And now what happened? All this container, now they filled with that slurry particles. So these are the compartment, totally compartment. These are the filled with that slurry compartment. Okay. Basically, these are the approximately 10 to 15 deep inside. So definitely we can say these are the anaerobic, obligate anaerobic, or simply you can say normally what we say, these are the facultative anaerobic, doesn't matter, but these are the anaerobic. So first point, there is the entry of dung or the water inside that digester, right? Now what happened? Further, now there is a process, and after the process there is a release of some biogas. So I'm writing there is a release of biogas. Okay. Now that mouth of the biogas, now it is covered with some gas holder. Gas holder. So on the top. So we are talking about that mouth. Now these are the covered with some gas holder. So यहाँ पे कुछ gas holder होगा on the top. Okay. So this red color, nothing but we are talking about gas holder. Gas holder, right? And now what happened? Once there is a methane gas or biogas concentration, it is get increased. Now that gas holder, it automatically rise up because it's not permanently attached. ये बस उसके ऊपर place किया होता है. और जैसे ही biogas production होता है, now due to that gas, what happened? They slightly they lift up, right? And now what happened? This gas holder finally it is connected with the tube. or pipe. So this gas holder, now these are the connected with some pipe, and this pipe, it is directly connected with house gas cylinder or house or whatever that particle means, it's attached to kitchen. So these are the one part. First point, we are talking about slurry. Maximum water is present, and along with water we have to add the cow dung, prepare a slurry, add into this inlet. Now what happened from this inlet, from this first compartment, now it is go toward the second compartment, that is digester. Inside the digester, normally what happened, anaerobic condition is created. During the anaerobic condition, already this organic matter is present, right? Now there is a first step, solubilization, now there is a acidogenesis, and finally there is a process methanogenesis. And after the methanogenesis, release a biogas who consists of maximum methane gas, along with that carbon dioxide, hydrogen gas, nitrogen gas, as well as the sulfur dioxide. Means totally these are called as the biogas. Biogas, it is get accumulated on the gas holder. Once sufficient biogas it is get accumulated, now with the help of pipe, that gas, it is directly linked with the kitchen, and you can use that biogas. Okay, now these are the all process. Now what happened after the digestion, after the degradation process, now unwanted material, that is called as the sludge, right? That unwanted material we have to release through the outlet. So now along with inlet, there is a presence of one outlet also, like this, right? And this outlet, nothing but it is consist of the sludge, or simply you can say these are called as the manure, because these are the digested part, totally digested part, right? So 1, 2, 3, these are the third compartment. Very simple diagram. If you open NCERT, you will get the diagram, but these are the very simple. It is consist of the three part. Number one, entry point, where we can add water, dung, slurry. Number second, digester, 10 to 15 feet deep inside. So now what happened? Directly the degradation process can be start. 3 steps: solubilization, acidogenesis, and the methanogenesis. Biogas produced. That biogas we have to transfer to kitchen, and finally whatever the digested particles are present, that particle nothing but we simply call as the sludge, or you can say debris, or simply you can say we can use as a manure, we can use as a biofertilizer. Okay, so these are the very simple setup for biogas plant. Done. Done. Okay, Sahil, Ved, Kinmin. Okay. Chalo, should I continue next part? Nathan, Tanisha, Pooja. Okay. Chalo, continue kare next part. Last point. Microbe as a biocontrol agent. Okay. You have to remember only these 6 to 7 example. That's it. If you read NCERT, एक पूरा 1.5 page आपको information दिया हुआ है. You have to read that. But whatever we are talking about, that is a summary from this point. Okay. So now what happened? What is meaning of biocontrol agent? Okay. Microbe as a biocontrol. Biocontrol means what? To understand this biocontrol, we are taking a very simple approach, that is holistic approach. So you will get one question from holistic approach. We are taking one approach, holistic. What is meaning of this holistic approach? According to organic farmer means what? The farmer which is used organic material for the farming. They are not using any harmful chemicals like DDT, insecticide, or maybe they are not using any pesticide. Means not what happened? Natural control, right? They want a more production, but along with that, they don't want to create any harmful effect to ecosystem also. So that is simply we are talking about the organic farmer. So organic farmer believe that pest should be kept in manageable level. Pest means what? We are talking about pest and the pathogen. ऐसे नहीं होगा कि चलो अगर for example हमने राइस लगा दिया, okay? अभी हम राइस की फार्मिंग कर रहे हैं, and you have to spray pesticide. You have to kill 100% pest. No, That is a different approach. Organic farming, what is meaning of this holistic approach? Holistic approach means you have to control pest, you have to control pathogen, but at manageable level. Manageable level means what? 100% उसको remove नहीं करना है, because that is also part of ecosystem, right? The ultimately what happened, they definitely they cause a harmful effect to plant, but still we have to think about ecosystem. Friendly relationship mention करना है. So holistic approach means what? According to organic farmer, please write down. According to organic farmer, pest should be pest, insect, whatever, pathogen. Pest should be kept at manageable level. Kept at manageable level. Please underline this word, manageable level. Okay. And such type of this approach, these are called as a holistic approach. Holistic approach means what? We are not using any harmful chemical. Simply we are talking about we control pest and pathogen with the help of natural predator and the natural parasite. जो nature में present है, right? We have to use that. With the help of natural predator and the natural parasite, we have to control pest and the pathogen. Simply this approach, these are called as the holistic approach. So first point we are talking about microbe as a biocontrol agent, and we have to control pest and pathogen. We have to control pest and pathogen by using natural predator and natural parasite. By using natural predator and the natural parasite. Natural. And parasite. Okay, natural. So very simple straightforward question coming from this point. You have to remember the chart. मैंने आपको पहले ही बोला था, for the food chapter and for the microbe chapter, whatever the information is given, please remember in the form of table. जितना ज्यादा टेबल के फॉर्म में आप रिमेंबर करोगे उतना ज्यादा आपके लिए इजी होगा, अदरवाइज इट्स क्रिएट अ लॉट्स ऑफ कंफ्यूजन. Okay, so now first of all we are talking about one biocontrol agent, that is ladybird. Biocontrol agent. Biocontrol agent means what? These are the one organism, these are the one control who control the pest and the pathogen naturally present. So this ladybird, they can control growth of aphid. Aphid means we are talking about insect, right? They control growth of aphid. Now one question already asked in NEET examination, dragonflies. Dragonflies, they can control growth of mosquito. Okay, dragonflies, they can control growth of mosquito. Very common, which is already studied in zoology, Bacillus thuringiensis. These are the one example of the bacteria, and these Bacillus thuringiensis, BT cotton आपने study किया होगा ना, BT cotton, BT brinjal, right? So that BT product, there is an introduction of one gene which is obtained from the one bacteria, Bacillus thuringiensis, BT, right? And these BT used to control butterfly, caterpillar growth, because these are the one type of the insecticide, right? So to control insect growth, there is a use of Bacillus thuringiensis. सब कुछ principle है. There is a formation of the delta gene, then delta protein is get activated in alkaline pH. Now there is a digestion of the gut of that insect, etc., etc. So that is a principle related to, you already studied that part. Same principle यहाँ पे भी apply हो रहा है, but now we are taking simple example. Bacillus thuringiensis, they control, they act as insecticide, but it's a natural biocontrol. Okay, they can control growth of butterfly, caterpillar growth. Okay, now one question, हाँ, Bacillus thuringiensis के ऊपर भी एक question आके गया हुआ है. Actually that is a part of zoology, but still we are studying here. Again, there is a one example of the one fungus, Trichoderma. Trichoderma, okay, Trichoderma, they can act as a plant pathogen. Whatever the plant pathogen means, the pathogen who can kill, who can create a harm to plant, that time they can control the growth of plant pathogen. बकुलोवायरस, आई होप आपने इसका वेक्टर स्टडी किया होगा, राइट? बकुलोवायरस, सो बकुलोवायरस इसका एक वेक्टर भी है. सो दिस बकुलोवायरस बेसिकली दे कैन कंट्रोल ग्रोथ ऑफ इंसेक्ट एंड द अदर आर्थ्रोपोड्स. One question already asked on the baculovirus and आपने इसका वेक्टर भी स्टडी किया होगा. And the last one, that is nucleopolyhedrovirus. So these are the again one virus. So nucleopolyhedrovirus, they can control growth of narrow spectrum insecticide, or you can say specific species. Narrow spectrum means what? What is meaning of narrow spectrum? Limited, right? सबको control नहीं कर रहा है, but nucleopolyhedrovirus, they can control a specific group of insect. So already 4 questions coming from this point. Ladybird can control growth of aphid. Dragonflies control the growth of mosquito. Bacillus thuringiensis bacteria, they can control the growth of insect. Trichoderma, which is a free living fungus, control the growth of the plant pathogen. Baculovirus, they can control the insect and the other arthropoda growth. And finally, nucleopolyhedrovirus, they can control narrow spectrum insect. Means these are the control the growth of insect, but in limited manner. Clear? Yeah, this point is clear, everyone. हमने यहाँ पे 2 कॉन्सेप्ट स्टडी किए. नंबर 1 होलिस्टिक अप्रोच एंड नंबर 2 we are taking the example as a biocontrol agent, how we use the microbe as a biocontrol agent, but along with that we are taking the other example also, like ladybird, dragonflies, trichoderma, viruses also. So we, along with microbe, we are taking other example also. Okay, so you have to remember this chart only, that's it. Okay, chalo. Last point, we are talking about IPM. तो ये कहीं पे आपको during when we start the test series, that time you will get this new option. What is meaning of IPM? IPM stand for integrated pest management. Now what happened? Beneficial insect. Beneficial insect means what? We know that some insect we can use as a biocontrol. Yes, we can use that. So some beneficial insect, they being conserved by IPM. For example, here I'm talking about the dragonflies. हम फ्लाइज के बारे में बात करें. ड्रैगन फ्लाइज, सो बेसिकली दिस आर दी वन इंसेक्ट, बट नाउ व्हाट हैपन, दिस आर नॉट हार्मफुल. ये हमारे लिए बेनिफिशियल है, राइट? सो व्हाटएवर द बेनिफिशियल इंसेक्ट्स आर देयर, दैट ऑल बेनिफिशियल इंसेक्ट वी हैव टू कंजर्व, वी हैव टू प्रिजर्व देम. और ये कहां पे हम प्रिजर्व करेंगे? इन अंडर द IPM, दैट इज इंटीग्रेटेड पेस्ट मैनेजमेंट कंजर्वेशन ऑफ बेनिफिशियल इंसेक्ट, IPM. ठीक है, इंटीग्रेटेड पेस्ट मैनेजमेंट. क्लियर? Sahil, clear? Okay. So for this point, you have to read NCERT और आज ही study करना है. So we'll get clear cut idea. जितना भी 1.5 page है, hardly you require 10 minutes. Class होने के बाद immediately 10 to 15 minutes में immediately वो study करना. You can read once. Now, next and the last point, microbe as a biofertilizer. ये पार्ट हमने 11th स्टैंडर्ड में ऑलरेडी स्टडी किया हुआ है इन बायोलॉजिकल क्लासिफिकेशन किंगडम मोनेरा, इवन इंडर किंगडम फंजाई. अगेन आई एम रिपीटिंग दिस पॉइंट हियर आल्सो. Microbe as a biofertilizer, and we know that main source bacteria, because bacteria also useful. They act as a biofertilizer like nitrogen fixation. Even fungi also, they can also helpful to provide the nutrition, and some cyanobacteria. Cyanobacteria also called as the BGA, because you know very well cyanobacteria or BGA also they helpful for the nitrogen fixation. So first of all, we are taking the first bacteria, Rhizobium bacteria. Okay, Rhizobium. Rhizobium bacteria, they are showing symbiotic association with leguminous plant. Leguminous, okay? Rhizobium bacteria, they are showing symbiotic association with the leguminous plant. Could you tell me example for the leguminous plant? Anyone? Anyone? Can you tell me? Leguminous plant, who has the nodules? Root nodules. Anyone? अरे एक तो एग्जाम्पल बता दो. Mendelian inheritance, favorite plant. Okay, chickpeas. Yes. So we are taking some example. You can write down here. Example for leguminous plant. So we are taking one example, pisum. Another example, soybean. And third, that is sisal. Sisal, pisum, and the soybean. These are the example for the leguminous plant. And now rhizobium bacteria, these are showing symbiotic association with such plant. Now, second example, we are talking about formation of mycorrhiza. Formation of which rhiza? That is mycorrhiza, right? Now, you know very well, whenever we are talking about the mycorrhiza, it means that symbiotic association between the higher plant roots and fungi, right? Read kingdom fungi, mycorrhiza, two types of mycorrhiza, endomycorrhiza and the ectomycorrhiza. Okay? So now here we are talking about the mycorrhiza. So what is the mycorrhiza? We are talking about the specific type of the fungus, that is glomus fungi. Glomus fungi, they are showing association with the higher plants, root of higher plant. And root of higher plant means you can select gymnospermic plant as well as you can select angiospermic plant. So again, there is a friendship between the higher plant root of gymnosperm and the angiosperm and the fungi, that is glomus. They can form the mycorrhiza. Now what happened? Whenever we are talking about rhizobium bacteria, these rhizobium bacteria are responsible for nitrogen fixation. They provide nitrogen to the plant. So these are the beautiful friendship, symbiotic association between bacteria and the leguminous plant. And whenever we are talking about the mycorrhiza, that mycorrhiza, it will be showing symbiotic association, means symbiotic association, beautiful friendship between the higher root of plant, right? Root of gymnospermic plant, root of angiospermic plant with fungi. Which fungi? Glomus. Glomus के ऊपर already question आके गया हुआ है. Okay, glomus. Remember, glomus example of the fungi. So now there is a beautiful relationship. These are called as the mycorrhiza. And whenever we are talking about the mycorrhiza, it means that these type of this mycorrhiza association, they can provide phosphate to the plant. What they provide? They provide phosphate to plant. So rhizobium, they provide nitrogen to plant. And while whenever we are talking about such type of the mycorrhizal association, maximally they provide phosphate to the plant. Okay? Now, so whenever we are talking about this important role under this point, under this glomus, these are the fungi. So fungal, basically, whenever we are talking about fungal, basically they absorb the phosphate from the soil and they pass to the plant. So एक तो function हो गया. These are the function for the fungi. Fungi, they absorb the phosphate because you know that phosphate and the sulfur, these are the two minerals. Phosphate and the sulfur we obtain from the rock. Rock cycle हमने study किया था, sedimentary cycle, right? So phosphate and the sulfur, these are the two minerals which is obtained from the rock. So now what happened? Fungus, it has the mycelium structure. Okay, mycelium structure मतलब rock withering करेगा, right? They can absorb nutrition. So they absorb phosphate from the rock and provide to the plant. इसके बदले plant क्या देगा? Plant, they can give the food, they can give the shelter, as well as whenever we are talking about, they provide the tolerance capacity. Again, they can protect the root. So overall, this function, it is provided by the plant. So again, these are the some symbiotic association. So here we are taking two examples. Number one, nitrogen fixation between leguminous plant and the rhizobium. Number second, we are talking about mycorrhiza association between higher plant root and the fungi. Okay? Now, next point, third one, BGA, cyanobacteria. You know very well, three basic example of bacteria: Nostoc, Anabaena, Oscillorataria. Nostoc, फिर से ओपन करना है because in kingdom Monera we already discussed this part. हमने डिटेल में देखा है स्पेशल बैक्टीरिया में. Okay, so Nostoc, Anabaena and the Oscillorataria, these are the three examples which is a part of BGA, blue green algae, also called as the cyanobacteria. And what is the main function? Nitrogen fixation. Okay, and you know very well such type of this bacteria, basically we are talking about nitrogen fixation. So during the paddy rice field or the rice field, such type of this cyanobacteria, such type of this BGA, they play very important role because they provide nitrogen to the rice plant. So in case of paddy field, cyanobacteria, they play important role. They provide the important biofertilizer. And the last point, organic farming, and this organic farming which is related to use of biofertilizer. We are not taking that organic farming part. Simple meaning है, use the natural ingredient, use the natural biofertilizer, और cyanobacteria culture ले लो या फिर spirulina ले लो. Means harmful, except the harmful chemical, you have to use some biofertilizer. So such type of this farming simply it is called as the organic farming. Okay. So एक question यहाँ से बनता है, straightforward question. If you read NCERT, you will get all detailed information. Rhizobium, mycorrhiza, then nitrogen fixation with the help of cyanobacteria, and finally organic farming by using biofertilizer. Done? Okay. And now with this, we end total entire syllabus of 12th standard, that is micro. Okay. Any doubt? Any doubt? Okay, चलो. So few important things because हमारा आज पूरा syllabus cover हो चुका है. Now listen, month चल रहा है अभी कौन सा? That is a month of November. Almost हो गया है. ठीक है? December है next month, January, Feb and Hira. So now do one thing. जितना आपका बोर्ड का सिलेबस है, whatever, after deduction 60% है या फिर 70% है, try to cover that syllabus according to your NEET examination. ठीक है, बोर्ड के लिए प्रिपेयर करना है, बट बस बोर्ड का बुक लेके स्टडी नहीं करना है. यू हैव टू स्टडी अलोंग विद अकॉर्डिंग टू नीट सिलेबस. एक्स्ट्रा कुछ पढ़ोगे कोई नुकसान नहीं होगा, उल्टा आपका फायदा ही होगा. सो नाउ व्हाट हैपन आफ्टर द बोर्ड एग्जामिनेशन, यू विल हैव सफिशिएंट टाइम फॉर द रिवीजन ऑफ 11th स्टैंडर्ड आल्सो. ठीक है, तो ऐसे नहीं करना कि बोर्ड है हाथ में माला लेके बैठ गए, चलो बोर्ड का स्टडी करेंगे, बोर्ड का स्टडी करेंगे. बोर्ड का होगा, डोंट वरी, राइट. कोविड सिचुएशन है, सब कुछ एवरीथिंग विल बी गुड, बट आपको बस बोर्ड का स्टडी नहीं करना है. along with that you have to keep touch with your NEET syllabus also. So whatever you are doing for the board exam point of view, you have to do for NEET examination point of view. बस थोड़ा सा ज्यादा स्टडी करना है. NCERT तो पढ़ते ही हो, line and line, whatever you are talking about the CBSE board or the Goa board, textbooks तो सेम ही है, ज्यादा कुछ डिफरेंस नहीं है. हाँ, बोर्ड वाइज थोड़ा सिलेबस डिडक्शन हो सकता है, दैट इज अ डिफरेंट थिंग, बट सिलेबस का 100% तो सेम टू सेम है, राइट. फॉर बायो आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट, फॉर माय सब्जेक्ट, आई डोंट नो अबाउट अदर सब्जेक्ट. सो 100% द सिलेबस दैट इज सेम टू सेम. तो कुछ ज्यादा स्टडी करोगे तो कोई नुकसान नहीं होगा. इट विल बी हेल्प यू फॉर योर नीट एग्जामिनेशन. ठीक है, सो प्रॉपर प्लानिंग से चलो. प्लानिंग वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. एंड इफ यू हैव एनी डिफिकल्टी यू कैन डिस्कस विद मी हाउ टू प्लान. सो आई एम टेलिंग यू, जो कुछ भी 12th का सिलेबस है, 70%, 60%, whatever it is, बस बोर्ड पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से स्टडी नहीं करना है. यू हैव टू स्टडी अकॉर्डिंग टू नीट एग्जामिनेशन पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू. गॉट इट? ओके, ठीक है, चलो. एनी डाउट? साहिल प्रभु, एनी डाउट? So now we start with the plant physiology, first chapter, photosynthesis. Minimum 0 question from the photosynthesis because photosynthesis and the respiration, these are the 2 chapters जहां से equally 2 to 3 questions बनते. Okay, which chapter? Photosynthesis and the respiration, these are the 2 chapter, दोनों को combine मिला के 2 to 3 questions बनते. So that 2 question completely coming from the respiration chapter or that 2 question completely coming from the photosynthesis chapter. So whenever you are doing this study, जब कभी भी आपको स्टडी करना है, सो मेक टुगेदर मींस व्हाट? फॉर एग्जांपल अगर आप, जैसे हम कहते हैं पहले कि फर्स्ट चैप्टर दैट इज रिप्रोडक्शन इन ऑर्गेनिज्म एंड रिप्रोडक्शन इन फ्लावरिंग प्लांट, टुगेदर करो स्टडी, बिकॉज इधर का उधर थोड़ा सा मिक्सअप है, सो यू कैन सेव द टाइम. सिमिलरली whenever you are doing photosynthesis study, photosynthesis in the plant, immediately you have to follow respiration chapter also. तो अगर पेयर में स्टडी करोगे, यू कैन सेव योर टाइम एंड यू कैन लिंक द कॉन्सेप्ट टू ईच अदर, बिकॉज ये पूरा के पूरा लिंक है. ओके, सो नाउ टुडे वी स्टार्ट विद द सिंपल मेथड फोटोसिंथेसिस चैप्टर। जो हमारे लास्ट ईयर के बच्चे दे नो वेरी वेल, जैसे आप प्रीवियस ईयर में मतलब जैसे लोअर क्लासेस में आप स्टडी करते हो, फोटोसिंथेसिस इतना इजी नहीं है, इजी है बट देयर इज सम टर्मिनोलॉजीज आर देयर, some enzymes get involved and थोड़ा सा complication है, so we'll try to explain in simplicity. चलो, so photosynthesis. So before we are talking about photosynthesis, these are the anabolic process. Anabolic process means what? Synthesis process. What is meaning of anabolic? This process basically is called as the synthesis process. And don't worry, in file section as it is, मैं PDF फॉर्म में ये फाइल अपलोड कर दूंगी. इफ यू वांट यू कैन प्रिंट इट, बट जो जो पॉइंट यहाँ पे एक्स्ट्रा हो रहे हैं, न्यू स्टूडेंट्स प्लीज राइट डाउन ऑल दिस पॉइंट. ओल्ड स्टूडेंट के पास नोट्स है, सो दे कैन कंटिन्यू विद द नोट्स. आपको ऐसे लग रहा है कि समथिंग इज गेट यू हैव टू add on, so you can add it. Okay, so first of all we are talking about introduction part. Photosynthesis. Photo, that is light. Synthesis means we have to prepare something, that is food synthesis. These are the one anabolic process. Anabolic means what? Synthesis process. Synthesis means what? Is this any simple molecule is there? Simple, huh? So is this any simple component is present? That simple component we have to convert into complex one. Synthesis हो रहा है. You know very well, metabolism means various reaction which is occurred inside the cell. Metabolism. Metabolism, it is divided into two types, catabolism and the anabolism. Catabolism means breakdown, anabolism means synthesis. So photosynthesis, basically these are the one anabolic process where we want to synthesize something molecule. ठीक है? Now what happen? Synthesis हमें क्या करना है? Number one, we have to synthesize food. Food in the form of C6H12O6, nothing but we are talking about, there is a molecule of glucose. That is a basic energy source, right? And then another one, during the photosynthesis, because see, chapter का नाम ही क्या है? Photosynthesis in higher plants. Okay? Photosynthesis in higher plants. So whenever we are talking about the plant, definitely there is a release of oxygen. तो oxygen यहाँ पे release होगा. Simply we are taking the diagram, the equation means for the photosynthesis. 6 molecules of carbon. Carbon dioxide present. It means what? This carbon basically it is present in the form of inorganic form. Inorganic carbon है मतलब क्या है? CO2 present in the form of gas, so that CO2, CO2, CO2. Total 6 molecules they present randomly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and finally these are the 6. Okay, so these are the 6 carbon dioxide they present in inorganic form. Now they react with the 12 molecules of water. यहाँ पे use होगा sunlight, and in case of this sunlight, more specifically we are talking about visible light. Which light? Visible light. And you know very well, whenever we are talking about the visible light, we have to remember big B or YOR. Violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, red. So these are the 7 color of the rainbows. The 7 color of the rainbow, simply these are called as the visible light. And if you want to remember what is the wavelength, what is the nanometer for that visible light, so approximately it will be lie between 400 nanometer to 700 nanometer. See, we are not taking the electromagnetic spectrum. When we are talking about the electromagnetic spectrum, that time we have to give the accurate value. So plus minus hota hai, you know very well. Here we are taking the tentative value. Tentative means what? 400 to 700, these are the tentative range for the visible light from violet up to red. And now these are the 7 color of the rainbow. Definitely these are the very, very crucial for the photosynthesis process. Ultimately, we required one pigment, that is chlorophyll pigment, right? You know very well, बहुत सारे क्लोरोफिल के पिगमेंट है. क्लोरोफिल ए प्रेजेंट है, क्लोरोफिल बी प्रेजेंट, सी प्रेजेंट, डी प्रेजेंट, ई, एफ, different types of chlorophyll pigments are present. And you know very well, whenever we are talking about the chlorophyll pigment, that chlorophyll pigment, these are the green color pigment. And why green? Green due to magnesium, green due to Mg2+. Because now what happen, जैसे हमारा इसका स्ट्रक्चर होता है क्या यार, अभी याद आया था, inside the blood, hemoglobin, right? hemoglobin, they form means there is a single Fe2 plus, yeah, single iron is present, and that single iron they can hold 4 molecules of hemoglobin, coordinate bond form karega. Similarly, we are talking about magnesium, also they can form coordinate bond. Bonding हुआ है आपको, ionic bond, covalent bond, coordinate bond, right? So these magnesium basically they form coordinate form bond. They form a coordinate bond, means Mg2 plus, magnesium present at the center, and now what happened? They can hold chlorophyll pigment like this. They can hold which pigment? That is chlorophyll pigment. Simple meaning. So definitely whenever we are talking about this reaction, 6 carbon dioxide, 12 water molecules, visible light get used, chlorophyll pigment, which is a green color. Why green color? Because of magnesium. Magnesium they form coordinate bond. Single magnesium they can hold 4 chlorophyll pigment, and due to magnesium chlorophyll basically green color. और अगर हमने magnesium को remove किया तो, if you remove magnesium, now what is the color of chlorophyll? Chlorophyll pigment lack the magnesium. That time what will be the color? Kavya? Yes, it is a colorless. Very good. These are the colorless, right? तो हमने ये function देखा था when we talk about the lichen. चलो. Now next part. Whatever the part is present, that is inorganic form of the carbon. That inorganic form of the carbon finally it is converted into C6H12O6. And now means what? These are the nothing but that is sugar. Sugar nothing but which form? Organic form. So photosynthesis process में क्या हो रहा है? Inorganic, which is a simple structure, it is converted into organic, means simple to complex, right? Anabolic reaction. Along with that, there is a release of 6 molecules of water. ये करेक्ट इक्वेशन है. सी लोअर स्टैंडर्ड में आपने ये स्टडी किया होगा, 6 molecules of carbon dioxide, 6 molecules of water. That is a totally wrong. Remember this thing, because whenever we are talking about the photosynthesis process, there is a release of 6 water molecule, and as well as there is a release of 6 oxygen molecule also. So these are the final and exactly correct equation for the photosynthesis. Got it? 6 CO2, 12 water molecule gives rise to 1 glucose molecule, which is a 6 carbon, 6 water molecule, and 6 oxygen. They get released into environment as a byproduct. Done? Done? ठीक है, चलो. Now, before starting the further process, means further experiment, first of all, we are talking about what is the exactly difference between photosynthesis in bacteria and photosynthesis in plant. And that after that, we are taking this scientific, some historical part. So, 1 minute, huh? So we are taking the simple process for the photosynthesis. Now we are taking three conditions. Plant means all plant kingdom. Okay, algae, bryophyta, pteridophyta, gymnosperm, angiosperm. Entire plant kingdom. दूसरा हम देखेंगे cyanobacteria, because cyanobacteria these are the special bacteria, photosynthetic bacteria. And third we are taking the normal bacteria. ठीक है? So first of all we are talking about in case of the plant. Plant में क्या होगा? So first of all, first condition, plant photosynthesis. Whenever we are talking about the plant photosynthesis, now there is a requirement of the wavelength. Wavelength means we are talking about there is a requirement of the light, and that light should be ranges approximately 400 nanometer to 700 nanometer. So basically these are the wavelength range. Okay, so these are the wavelength range which is required for the plant photosynthesis. 400 to 700, mostly for the all, from algae up to angiosperm. Second thing, यहाँ पे जो release होगा, now oxygen they get released as a byproduct. So definitely there is a release of oxygen. So ये first condition था for the plant photosynthesis. Now second condition, we'll talk about cyanobacteria. And you know very well, cyanobacteria also called as the BGA, blue green algae. ठीक है, BGA, and as well as these are also called as the cyanobacteria. Now, if I'm talking about what is the range for the blue green algae, so for the photosynthesis, they required more than 800 nanometer wavelength for photosynthesis. Okay, more than 800 because bacteria hai. Remember this thing, bacteria always performing the photosynthesis at higher range. Plant se bhi higher range ko usko chahiye. Means IR red or infrared or microwaves, wahan pe wo photosynthesis perform karenge. So whenever we are talking about the bacteria, because see, BGA, blue green algae, cyanobacteria, these are the one bacteria. ये bacteria hai. These are the belonging to prokaryotes, right? But they are still performing the photosynthesis process. So what is the wavelength? They require more than 800 nanometer wavelength range. And again, यहाँ पे भी similar point होगा. They can split oxygen. So they can release the oxygen. So you know very well, evolution में आपने study किया होगा. Earth origin 4.5 billion years ago. ठीक है, Earth का origin कितना है? 4.5 billion years ago. Can you tell me, oxygen का origin कब हुआ था? Oxygen, discovery of oxygen. Any idea? आपने तो study किया होगा ना? Initially, temperature is very hot, anaerobic, lighting effects are there, hydrogen gas are there, ammonia are there. There is no oxygen. Now there is under the hydrothermal vents, there is a formation of some microorganisms. आपने theory भी study किया होगा. Then slowly that anaerobic it is converted into aerobic. Tell me, when oxygen gets split into environment? Okay. You don't know? Can mean? Okay. So अर्थ का ओरिजिन हो गया अकॉर्डिंग टू एविडेंसेस, जो भी हमारे पास रेडियो डेटिंग वाला जो डेटा है, ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ दैट अर्थ ओरिजिन 4.5 बिलियन ईयर्स अगो. नाउ व्हाट हैपेंड, इनिशियली एनवायरनमेंट इज क्वाइट हॉट. एनवायरनमेंट में ऑक्सीजन बिल्कुल भी नहीं था, टोटली एनवायरनमेंट दैट इज एनाएरोबिक एनवायरनमेंट. बट इन दैट एनाएरोबिक एनवायरनमेंट स्टिल सम आर्किबैक्टीरिया, सम हॉट स्प्रिंग बैक्टीरिया और सम बैक्टीरिया दे कैन सर्वाइव, राइट. बट नाउ व्हाट हैपेंड, जब डिस्कवरी हुआ, मींस इनिशियली slowly evolution it is going on, living organism they get developed, and once there is a formation of the cyanobacteria also called as the BGA. First time BGA they can split oxygen into environment. First time किसने split किया? BGA ने, approximately 2.5 billion years ago. 2.5, okay, oxygen discovery 2.5 billion years ago. So first time the cyanobacteria they split oxygen into environment. और तब से slowly see, अचानक से नहीं हुआ, because see cyanobacteria it's a small bacteria, aquatic bacteria है. तो पहले क्या हुआ, पहले water के अंदर oxygen add हुआ slowly, 1 molecule, 2 molecules, 3 molecules, and slowly that from that aquatic body now it is mixed into environment. Now you know very well symbiotic association, chloroplast organelle, remember. Now what happened, that cyanobacteria they get entered inside the plant body, symbiotic association. और जब वो cyanobacteria it is become part of plant body, that time oxygen production it will be enhanced. Oxygen production it will be present in more amount because plant multicellular है, they having the joint body. So ultimately what happen, as compared to bacteria, plant they can split, they can release more oxygen. So initiation किसने किया? Cyanobacteria. Cyanobacteria, these are the very important stage, important bacteria who convert anaerobic environment into aerobic. थोड़ा सा किया but किया तो सही. So cyanobacteria primitive environment totally anaerobic था, but that primitive environment anaerobic it is converted into aerobic due to cyanobacteria. And same this cyanobacteria they showing association with the plant, they get entered inside the plant body, they become chloroplast, right? They behave as a chloroplast in a plant body, and that time plant also they are showing photosynthesis process and they can release oxygen at a more amount. ठीक है, so ये common point है for the plant as well as the for the BGA. That's why जब भी आप इसका study करोगे, plant chlorophyll pigment and the BGA chlorophyll pigment, कहीं ना कहीं pigments match होते हैं maximally. Chlorophyll A तो present ही होगा, B also present, C also present. So sometime what happen, whatever the pigments are present in BGA, still these are the one bacteria. Some pigments also present in plant body, but evolution होगा, something is mechanism is going on because we want change. So plant ने भी कुछ change किया. So initially might be possible. Wavelength range is approximately 800, more than 800 nanometer. So slowly they get reduced. They come between 400 to 700. But दोनों में कुछ तो relation है. Now these are the second point where we are talking about BGA or the cyanobacteria. They are performing the photosynthesis, require the wavelength more than 800, and similar like a plant, cyanobacteria also. हाँ, किनमें? जोसेफ प्रिस्टले, that is oxygen discovery. हाँ, उन्होंने किया था. So oxygen also released by the BGA. Now we are talking about the third and the last condition, जहाँ पे confusion होगा. Definitely there is a confusion, right? We are talking about photosynthetic bacteria. Photosynthetic bacteria. ठीक है? Under the photosynthetic bacteria, you can take the example purple sulfur bacteria, green sulfur bacteria. So write down the example. Remember, please, Monera open करके देखना. We already discussed this all part. हाँ? So we are taking first example, purple sulfur bacteria. Green sulfur bacteria. Green sulfur bacteria. ठीक है? And along with that, you can remember one example, rhodospirillum. कहाँ पे लिखूं? यहाँ पे लिखते. So number 1, number 2, number 3. Third example, rhodospirillum. ठीक है? So 3 examples these are the sufficient. Now what happened basically whenever we are talking about these examples, these are the bacteria, that is purple sulfur bacteria, green sulfur bacteria, or these are the rhodospirillum bacteria. All these bacteria, these are the photosynthetic bacteria. Okay, photosynthetic. But इसमें क्या important है point? Cyanobacteria, they required the wavelength more than 800. True. Similarly, such type of this photosynthetic bacteria like purple sulfur, green sulfur bacteria as well as the rhodospirillum, they are required wavelength more than 800 nanometer. That is a similar point because bacteria, they are showing photosynthesis more than 800 nanometer wavelength. They require higher wavelength. But these bacteria, they never split oxygen. So we are talking about there is a no oxygen get release. नो ऑक्सीजन गेट रिलीज. क्लियर? तो ये कुछ तो बेसिक है. यहाँ पे कंफ्यूजन कहाँ पे होता है पता है? फोटोसिंथेटिक बैक्टीरिया मींस हमें ऐसे लगता है कि हाँ फोटोसिंथेसिस कर रहा है मतलब दे कैन स्प्लिट ऑक्सीजन आल्सो. ऐसा नहीं है. दिस आर द प्रिमिटिव बैक्टीरिया. ओके, बिकॉज यू नो दैट अकॉर्डिंग टू एवोल्यूशन पहले कौन डेवलप हुए थे? हेटेरोकीमोट्रॉप्स, राइट? नाउ देयर इज अ कीमोट्रॉप्स, नाउ देयर इज अ फोटोऑटोट्रॉप्स, देन देयर इज अ व्हाट वी दे फोटोहेटेरोट्रॉप्स, like that, heterotropic condition. So whenever we are talking about initially there is a development of bacteria, the bacteria simply they performing the photosynthesis in presence of light, but they never split the oxygen. Oxygen को split नहीं कर रहे. So please remember this difference between the photosynthetic bacteria because see cyanobacteria also these are the photosynthetic bacteria, but cyanobacteria they can split oxygen into environment, right? But photosynthetic bacteria like purple sulfur bacteria, green sulfur bacteria, rhodospirillum और भी है, chlorobium भी है. So all these are the different bacteria. They are just performing the photosynthesis. They just synthesize the food. Got it? They never split oxygen into environment. Clear this point? Yes or no? Okay. Sure? चलो, so basic difference पता चला. Now we are talking about some historical account. एनसीईआरटी के जो पहले 2 पेजेस हैं, इट इज टोटली बेस्ड ऑन द हिस्टोरिकल अकाउंट एंड देयर इज अ वन क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम हिस्टोरिकल अकाउंट. यू हैव टू रिमेंबर दिस पॉइंट. कैसे स्टडी करना है? राइट डाउन साइंटिस्ट नेम एंड द डिस्कवरी, दैट्स इट. क्या किया, कैसे किया, नो नीड. There is a no question on the explanation. Simply they are giving the name of experiment and the name of the scientist. So we have to study according to that. Okay? Now, so first of all, to start the photosynthesis, we are talking about some experiment. You know very well, as it is diagram it is given. और ये बहुत चिल्लर सा एक्सपेरिमेंट है. एक माउस था, ग्लास जार के अंदर हमने कैंडल प्लेस किया, एंड यू नो दैट जब तक ऑक्सीजन होगा दैट टाइम दैट कैंडल इज गेट बर्न. Candle जैसे ही ऑफ होगा, now ultimately that mice will be die. Now what happened? Scientists use mint plant. These are the one terrestrial plant, okay? Mint plant, okay? Now what happened? Plant hai, they perform the photosynthesis, they split the oxygen, right? So ultimately the final result, that is candle bhi blow ho raha hai, again mice also they live, and mint plant also present. So whatever we are talking about, these are the total experiment. It is given by the scientist Joseph Priestley in 1770. ठीक है, जोसेफ पिस्ले, by using jar, candle at the mouse. यहाँ से क्वेश्चन नहीं बनेगा. One question, पिस्ले discovered the oxygen in 1774. ये क्वेश्चन हमारा नहीं था कि बेसिक क्वेश्चन अकॉर्डिंग टू एवोल्यूशन when oxygen it is get split into environment. So that is answer will be 2.5 million years ago. वहां से क्वेश्चन नहीं बनेगा, don't worry. हाँ, but ये क्वेश्चन बन सकता है, who discovered the oxygen? So scientist Priestley, they perform this jar, candle and the mouse experiment on the by using the mint plant. Okay, mint plant. Mint is the terrestrial plant. Okay, land planted. So with the help of that mint plant, scientist Priestley discover oxygen. Clear? Clear cut. Scientist Priestley oxygen discovery. एक question. Scientist Priestley dash oxygen discovery. इतना write down. Please write down this sentence. Scientist Priestley O2 discovery. ठीक है? चलो. Now, second scientist. Scientist Jan Evenhouse. No need to remember years. Basically, he proved that sunlight it is essential for plant growth. So I am highlighting which point you have to remember. Scientist Jan Evenhouse, and he explained sunlight essential for the plant process. Now, एक question already पूछा गया है on the scientist Such. Julius von Such proved that is production of the glucose. During the photosynthesis, definitely there is a production of the glucose, and that glucose stored in the form of starch. This as it is question already asked in previous NEET examination. Scientist Julius von Such क्या prove किया? He explained during the photosynthesis, glucose get produced and glucose further stored in the form of starch, because starch basically these are the storage form inside the plant body. Now, one question already asked on Eagleman. Scientist T.W. Eagleman, he simply used the prism. Prism पता है आपको, right? So that prism nothing but it is having some 7 colors like Vibgyor, right? And for this experiment, he used one green alga, that is Cladophora. Cladophora basically it is example of the green alga. Plant kingdom part, okay? With the help of the Cladophora, now उसने क्या किया? He performing the simple experiment, and inside that experiment he explained that is something they use the aerobic bacteria, and that aerobic bacteria they are showing the growth, they are showing the survival near the Cladophora, and on the basis of that he explained that Vibgyor lights are present, but blue and the red light, these are the two regions where more photosynthesis can be occur. More photosynthesis. So this Eagleman experiment, I am taking the diagrammatic representation, so you will get the clear-cut idea of this sentence. Okay? So we are taking the Eagleman experiment, how that Cladophora, by using the Cladophora, how we perform such type of this experiment. So we are talking about as experimented material Cladophora, which is example of the green alga. ठीक है, क्लोरोफाइस है ये ग्रीन अलगा. right? And along with that, as an experimental material, scientists use aerobic bacteria. Aerobic bacteria means what? Bacteria who require oxygen. Cladophora, and along with that, Eagleman used aerobic bacteria. The bacteria who are showing growth in presence of oxygen. और उसके साथ साथ उसने यूज किया प्रिज्म. ठीक है. नाउ एक्सपेरिमेंट देखो किस तरह से डिजाइन किया. Now he placed a prism because उसको ये भी find out करना था. Definitely visible light is required for the photosynthesis, but out of visible light, which light is more important? जैसे हमने अभी डिस्कस किया, red and the blue light, these are the two important light where more photosynthesis process can be done. So these are the one prism range: violet, ठीक है. So violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, red. Now what happened? These are the one container. Inside the container, इसने place किया Cladophora, because Cladophora, these are the algae, and you know very well, algae mostly these are the aquatic, so they require the water. So basically these are the aquatic algae. Algae mostly they grow in water. Okay, so Cladophora, aquatic algae. Now he had the Cladophora, as well as इसने क्या obtain किया, he also add bacteria also, that is aerobic bacteria. What he observed, मान लो कि यहाँ पे क्लैडोफोरा का कुछ तो एल्गी, so I'm using the green color. For example, यहाँ पे there is a cladophora, cladophora, cladophora. Now there is a cladophora, cladophora. Now these are the cladophora. So the green color, nothing but we are talking about the cladophora. Now what happened? Scientist Eagleman observed that there is a growth of microorganism near the two light. टू लाइट के पास, मतलब ये पूरा कंटेनर था. These are the rich with the microorganism, but he observed that there is a more growth near the two light. One light that is blue light and the another light that is red light. So he observed that surrounding the blue light, यहाँ पे कुछ तो बबल बाहर आ रहे थे. There is a formation of the something bubbles. Which light? At the region of blue and the red light, right? And he observed that at this point, where that blue and the red light, these are the present, these are the area where more growth of the bacteria. So he observed that more growth of bacteria, because see, Cladophora, these are the one algae, right? कहाँ पे place है? Inside the water. So definitely once that Cladophora, they are showing the photosynthesis, they can split the oxygen, definitely होगा. But now what happened? They observe, specifically they observe what they observe. Now microorganisms, they are present everywhere, right? But now what happened? Along with microorganism, there is a formation of the bubble. So more growth of bacteria. So more growth of bacteria in container. But there is a formation of the bubbles. So we are talking about there is a formation of the bubble. So these are the nothing but we are talking about bubbles formation. These are the bubbles formation. Bubbles formation कहाँ पे हो रहा है? At which area? Blue area and the red area. Can you tell me anyone why this bubble get formed? See, all these are the container to bacteria सभी और present and they are showing the maximum growth, because definitely Cladophora, they are performing the photosynthesis, they release the oxygen, and ultimately what happened? That water, it is rich with the oxygen, so ultimately it's enhanced the growth of the aerobic bacteria. But could you explain me why near the, see, bubble formation सभी और हो रहा है, but more bubble formations during the range of blue and the red. Can you judge? बता सकते हो इसे क्यों हो रहा है? बबल कब बाहर आते हैं? First of all, there is a formation of bubble in each and every region, but more bubble formation at the blue and the red area, because gas release हो रहा है. Yes or no? Why this bubble get formed? Because O2 get released. Yes or no? And why O2 get released? If more O2, what is meaning of that? More photosynthesis. Yes or no? More bubble means what? More oxygen get released. And when more oxygen get released, जब ज़्यादा photosynthesis होगा. So hence, scientist Eagleman ने prove किया by using prism, by using cladophora green algae and aerobic bacteria. Simply एक container लिया, glass का container है, उसके सामने prism को align किया on the basis of the violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, red. In that container, he placed some cladophora exactly in their wavelength, and you know that prism में मतलब we have to provide a monochromatic light. मतलब single one cladophora we have to provide the violet color. Now the second cladophora we have to provide the indigo color. Then third को blue color provide करो. Then green को one then provide the green color, yellow color, orange color and the red color. So monochromatic prism में we have to provide the 7 color but in monochromatic form. Mix नहीं करने हैं हमें सारे लाइट को, एक एक लाइट को हमें देना है बिकॉज हमें पता करना है कि which light is essential, which light is more important. So we are using prism but in monochromatic form. And now what happened? Scientist Eagleman observed bubbles around that area specifically. But कहीं पे कम bubbles present है, कहीं पे ज़्यादा present है. But he specifically observed that blue and the red area they are having the more bubbles. They obtain the more bubbles. And why bubbles formation हो रहा है means something a gas get released, oxygen get released. And if more oxygen, it means that there is a more photosynthesis. Got it? So Eagleman proved that with the help of prism, with the help of the cladophora green algae, with the help of the aerobic bacteria, blue and red light, these are the two important light where photosynthesis perform at high amount. More photosynthesis is present. सारे लाइट में होता है actually, but कम ज़्यादा रेशो में होगा. But which is the most crucial, which is the most important? Blue light and the red light. Got it? Malaika. Done? Any doubts? New student, आपका मुझे बताओ because ये पुराने वाले साहिल मलाइका हो गए वे पुराने स्टूडेंट्स है. New students tell me. किनमिन, हनुमान, काव्या, थोड़ा कैच करो. ओके सिरा, लेनिना. ओके सो क्लैडोफोरा. सो आपको याद क्या रखना है? Simply you have to remember scientist Eagleman. He observed that blue and the red light, these are the two important light where more photosynthesis process can be occur. ठीक है? और ये जो ये जो point है absorption spectra for the chlorophyll A and B, that part we will discuss later. What is meaning of absorption spectra? Now another question already asked scientist Neil, C.B. Van Neil. C.B. Van Neil, he used purple and the green bacteria. अभी थोड़ी देर पहले हमने देखा था, right? Photosynthetic bacteria. So scientist Neil used purple and the green bacteria and he demonstrated the photosynthesis process, which is again light dependent. ठीक है? And now what happened? On the basis of that experiment, scientist Neil, ये conclusion है उसका, okay? You have to remember this point. He conclude that scientist Neil conclude that oxygen come from water, not from CO2. Very important point. So you know very well, whenever we are talking about the photosynthesis process, 6 molecules of carbon dioxide, 12 molecules of water gives rise to glucose, C6H12O6, 6 molecules of water get released and as well as 6 molecules of oxygen they get split. So simply question, ये oxygen आया कहाँ से? Because see, CO2 also it is consist of the oxygen, water also consists of the oxygen. So remember this point, oxygen it is coming from water. ये हम आगे देखेंगे point, water lysis. Okay, so remember this point, whenever we are talking about oxygen they get split, oxygen they get released. तो ये oxygen आया कहाँ से? That oxygen coming from the water. Okay, who explained this point? Neil, by using bacteria like purple and the green sulfur bacteria, because just we discuss one point. photosynthetic bacteria like rhodospirillum, green sulfur bacteria or the purple sulfur bacteria, they never split oxygen. So on the basis of that experiment, he explained that photosynthetic bacteria, they required light for photosynthesis, but they never split oxygen, right? Because of water को use ही नहीं करते. And when we are talking about ये oxygen आया कहाँ से? So that oxygen coming from water. Water undergo the lysis process, water undergo the breakdown process, and finally there is a release of oxygen into environment. Got it? Gauravi, Risa. ठीक है? So remember this point. जो भी environment में oxygen हो रहा है, that oxygen coming from the water, and that water used during the photosynthesis process. Okay. So हमने अब तक 4-5 साइंटिस्ट के नाम देखे. जोसेफ प्रिस्टले ऑक्सीजन डिस्कवरी, साइंटिस्ट इगेनहाउस सनलाइट एसेंशियल, then scientist Van Such glucose production, and that glucose stored in the form of the starch, Eagleman red and the blue light important for the photosynthesis, and scientist Neil used photosynthetic bacteria and proved that oxygen coming from water lysis of water. Okay, oxygen which is get split, it's coming from water, not from CO2. Got it? Okay. And the last scientist Moles. Scientist Moles, ये भी question आके गया हुआ है last year. Scientist Moles, he performed half-leaf experiment, and on the basis of the half-leaf experiment, he explained, he demonstrated that CO2 also essential for the photosynthesis. So what is meaning of this half-leaf experiment? Simply उसने क्या किया था? He just took one leaf. ठीक है? Half leaf it is covered. Total it is get covered. So that half leaf it is totally get covered. And once it is get covered, it means that there is a no CO2 entry, because you know that on the leaf stomata present होगा. Through that stomata water get lost and immediately CO2 get entered, right? So now what happened? वो CO2 का entry नहीं करवाने दिया. There is no entry of CO2 because for the photosynthesis CO2 is must required. और जो half था, it is placed as it is open. So that half portion. So what will be the result? After the few time, he observed that that entire portion, whatever that entire portion which is not covered, that entire portion is look like a green. ये green दिखाई दे रहा था. This portion is green, which is not covered. And whatever we are talking about the covered portion, that covered portion, basically these are the non-green. Okay? Actually, there is a use of some chemical, so we are not using that word. Simple meaning it. So half-leaf experiment, take one leaf, divide into two sections. One, we have to provide the CO2, and another leaf, we have to not provide that CO2. On the basis of that, finally, we conclude that CO2 also essential for the photosynthesis. So CO2 भी चाहिए, water also required, sunlight also required, as well as the chlorophyll pigments also required. Clear? Yes. Okay. So these are the all information about the scientist. Now, exactly we are talking about the site for the photosynthesis. और ये part repeated है in cell unit of life. ये part repeat होगा. Again, this point also, this part is repeated. Now, site for the photosynthesis, definitely you know very well, that is site, that is chloroplast. Where the chloroplasts are present? Chloroplast present inside the mesophyll cells. Where these are the present? Inside the mesophyll cells. What is the mesophyll cells? When we are talking about the cells, बहुत सारे cells होंगे. We discuss that part later when we talk about the anatomy. So there is a one cells that is called as the mesophyll cells. Mesophyll cells, basically these are present everywhere. सभी और present होते. Whenever we are talking about there is a function photosynthesis or is this any function storage, at that particular area, these are the rich with the mesophyll cells. Mesophyll cells, number one, these are the living cell. The living cell. And as well as these are the parenchyma tissue. These are the part of the parenchyma. You know very well, plant tissue is divided into three categories. Parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma. Parenchyma means living tissue. Collenchyma means what? The tissue who provide strength. Like जैसे stem का region है. For example, stem. You know very well stem. They move. If there is a heavy wind flow, they can easily move. They can slightly bend, but वो break नहीं होता because there is some particular type of the tissue. They provide the tensile strength. Right? So कहीं पे भी strength की जरूरत होती है. Like branches, like inside the stem region, there is a presence of the collenchyma tissue. और अगर कोई dead tissue का part है, dead means what? Wood का part है, xylem are there or any fibers are there, तो वहां पे tissue होंगे sclerenchyma. So three types of the plant tissue: parenchyma, living tissue; collenchyma, living tissue; and the sclerenchyma, dead tissue. So whenever we are talking about the mesophyll cells, these are the living tissue. That's why we are talking about these are the part of parenchyma. So this mesophyll cell, it has the two major function. दो फंक्शन होते हैं. एक फंक्शन होगा स्टोरेज ऑफ फूड, बिकॉज लिविंग है तो एक ही काम करेगा, राइट? सो फर्स्ट फंक्शन स्टोरेज ऑफ फूड. डेफिनेटली जहां कहीं पे भी वर्ड होगा पेरेनकाइमा टिश्यू, पेरेनकाइमा, आंख बंद करके आंसर होगा स्टोरेज ऑफ फूड. मेन फंक्शन वही होगा. एंड अलोंग विद दैट these mesophyll cells, basically these are the rich with the chlorophyll, right? Leaf, inside the leaf, mesophyll cells are present in high amount. That's why chlorophyll is present also in high amount. So another function, photosynthesis. Got it? So these are the very basic function with respect to mesophyll cells. Living है, part of the parenchyma tissue, rich with the chloroplast, so function is photosynthesis, but along with that they are involved during the storage of the food. ठीक है. Now next part we are talking about two important area, thylakoid and the stroma. चलो ये पार्ट हो गया. Okay. So first of all, I am giving the diagrammatic representation for the chloroplast. Yeah, simple है. We are not taking too much complication. You know very well, chloroplast basically is a double membrane organelle. Okay, outer membrane and the inner membrane. Outer membrane, and now these are the inner membrane. Detailed structure will discuss in cell chapter revision. Now हमें कुछ points यहाँ पे include करने, like thylakoid, grana, and the stroma. Three important points. So first of all, we are talking about what is the thylakoid. Thylakoid, basically these are the single membrane structure. I'm not talking about organelle. ये organelle नहीं है. These are the part of organelle. Chloroplast is a organelle, and inside the chloroplast there is a one structure is present that is called as the thylakoid. Thylakoid basically single membrane है. It has the plasma membrane. Okay, it is not a protein rich. It has the membrane. Phospholipid का boundary होगा. So we are talking about these are the single membrane structure. Shape कैसे होगा? Basically these are the disc shape. जैसे जेम्स की गोली होती है ना, that is James tablet. So that similarly structure it is present, that is disc like structure like this. ये कुछ इस तरह से होगा. Now what happen inside the inner membrane of chloroplast? So many thylakoids, they arrange in a linear fashion. तो यहाँ पे एक thylakoid था. Now second thylakoid they attach to the lower one. Third thylakoid, fourth one, fifth one, sixth one, 7, 8, so many thylakoids, they get arranged with each other. So single structure thylakoid. Okay, single structure thylakoid, that is disc shape. And now what happened? All that thylakoid, they align with each other. So ये एक bunch हो गया, linear fashion है, because it is having a perfect arrangement, linear arrangement. इसी तरह से होगा. So that is a perfect arrangement. So these are the single one. नाउ इसी तरह से और एक बंडल प्रेजेंट होगा लाइक दिस, so many thylakoid they arrange one by one linearly and they can form a linear fashion structure. और भी हो सकते हैं, सी नंबर वैरी होगा, इट इज डिपेंड अपॉन व्हाट इज द साइज ऑफ क्लोरोप्लास्ट, डिपेंड है ये, बिकॉज साइज ऑफ क्लोरोप्लास्ट इट इज नॉट फिक्स. अगर अल्गी होगा तो स्मॉल साइज का क्लोरोप्लास्ट होगा. इफ यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट द जिम्नोस्पर्म, because it's a large one, so large size chloroplast present, so chloroplast structure it is get vary. So number of the thylakoids also get vary. So now what happen, single thylakoid which is a disc shaped structure, they get aligned on each other, एक दूसरे के ऊपर है, then third one they form a linear structure. और ये जो linear structure बना, right, this entire linear structure which get formed, that is called as a single structure, it is called as the granum. क्या कहेंगे इसको? These are called as the granum. See, I'm taking the simple word. पहले हमने देखा thylakoid. Thylakoid means what? Single disc-shaped structure, which is a single membranous structure, but single structure, a disc-shaped structure. All the discs they get aligned with each other. तो क्या बना? They form a granum. ठीक है? तो यहाँ पे एक granum present है. Now these are the second granum. Now these are the third granum. And now what happened? All these granum together called as the grana. तो यहाँ पे हमने कितने granum ड्रॉ किए? Total 3, right? So we are talking about all these granum together. It is called as the grana. So grana means what? All granum together, which is present in one chloroplast. That is called as the grana. बहुत बार confusion होता है. What is the difference between granum and the grana? So remember, linear fashion arrangement of single bunch of the thylakoid, those are showing the linear arrangement, so that structure it will become granum. जितने सारे granum present है, एक होने दो means more than 1 or 20, जितने भी होने दो, all that granum together, these are called as the grana. Clear? What is meaning of grana? Yes or no? Clear? ठीक है. Now remember this one point, light reaction, because photosynthesis it is divided into two types, light dependent and the light independent. दो types में होगा, or you can say light reaction or the dark reaction. ठीक है? So thylakoid plasma membrane, these are the site where photosynthesis process can be occur. तो अगर ऑप्शन में आंसर होगा ग्राना as well as the thylakoid, so what will be the correct answer? Thylakoid. So I'm writing that part. ये हम आगे फिर से लिखेंगे. So remember this point. Thylakoid plasma membrane. For the plasma membrane, I'm writing the PM. समझ लेना new students. PM, not prime minister. It is a plasma membrane. Thylakoid plasma membrane. These are site for light reaction. So further discuss what is meaning of light reaction. But थोड़ा सा यहाँ पे समझ लो. Something is the reaction is going on and the reaction is called as the light reaction. ठीक है? अगर ऑप्शन में thylakoid membrane नहीं होगा, that time answer will be grana. Okay? So इसके दो आंसर होते हैं actually. More correct answer thylakoid. If thylakoid it is not in option, that time you can tick on the answer grana. Clear? ठीक है? Light reaction where it is get occur inside the chloroplast, inside the grana, and more specifically on thylakoid plasma membrane. See, for the photosynthesis process, photosynthesis in the sense for the light reaction, definitely there is a requirement of plasma membrane. ऐसे नहीं कि हवा में कहीं पे तो पिगमेंट है, कहीं पे तो एंजाइम फ्लोट हो रहा है and they are showing that they are doing the reaction. No, for the attachment, because see, light reaction हो रहा है, so many pigments they get involved, enzymes also they get involved, so they require the attachment site, and plasma membrane, these are the attachment site. So more correct answer thylakoid plasma membrane, these are the site for light reaction. Clear? ठीक है? तो ये था एक क्वेश्चन. ऑप्शन में thylakoid भी होगा, ऑप्शन में ग्राना भी होगा. करेक्ट आंसर thylakoid plasma membrane. Plasma membrane, okay, not a lumen, plasma membrane. Now चलो नेक्स्ट पार्ट, ये तो हो गया अबाउट द ग्राना. नाउ वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट एक्सेप्ट ग्राना, जितना भी पोर्शन है, रेस्ट ऑफ पोर्शन व्हिच इज द फ्लूइड पार्ट, आई एम गिविंग द टिक 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 मींस डॉट 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 डॉट, जस्ट रेस्ट ऑफ पोर्शन That is a fluid part. Okay, so that rest of portion which is present, that portion basically it is called as the stroma. Stroma. And what is meaning of this stroma? Except grana, entire fluid part, that is called as the stroma. So I'm writing information here. Except grana को छोड़ के, because grana basically these are the membranous structure. Except grana, rest of all fluid part, because ये पूरा water ही है, rich with the enzyme, rich with the pigments, rich with the Rubisco enzyme, proteins are there. So all this rest of region basically it is called as the grana. Fluid part called stroma. Okay, except grana, rest of jitna bhi portion hai, that is called as the stroma. And now this stroma, these are the site for dark reaction. These are the site for dark reaction. We discuss this part later, what is meaning of dark reaction and what is meaning of light reaction. So simple meaning hai, we are talking about the two reaction. Number one, light reaction. Number second, dark reaction. Here we are talking about light reaction. Basically, these are the happening. It is occurred on the thylakoid plasma membrane, while the dark reaction is occurred inside this stroma. What is meaning of this stroma? Except grana, jitna bhi portion hai, fluid part, jitna bhi fluidy liquidy part hai, all that portion collectively is called as the stroma, and stroma where dark reaction process can be carried out. Done? This point is clear? Had you understood what is meaning of grana, granum, thylakoid, stroma? चार concept समझ में आ गए? लेनिना? Sure? Okay, wait. हाँ. Okay, Tanisha. चलो. Sarah. Now, again, I'm taking some information about the grana. Sorry, not grana, about this stroma. Stroma के अंदर और क्या-क्या present होगा? So basically here we are focusing on this stroma because one very common question, ये part हम फिर से repeat करेंगे in organelle also, but still, so we are talking about stroma. Stroma basically these are the rich with most abundant enzyme which is present on the earth, which is present in plant kingdom, that is Rubisco. So these are the rich with most abundant enzyme in plant kingdom, that is Rubisco. ठीक है, R capital, CO capital, बाकी सब कुछ small. Rubisco. And what is the Rubisco? Rubisco basically it is get involved during the dark reaction. These are the enzyme which is get involved in dark reaction. Okay, Rubisco. So एक था important one question. These are the question coming from the biomolecule chapter. वहाँ पे आपको होगा most abundant enzyme on the earth, most abundant protein on the earth. So there is a one point inside the plant. Rubisco. These are the most abundant enzyme or protein which is involved in the dark reaction, which is a part of stroma in chloroplast. Second point, which is related to stroma. Stroma basically it has the ribosome. But now what happened? It has 70S type of ribosome. I hope you remember ribosome basically they involved during the protein synthesis. So दो type के होते हैं, 70S and the 80S, right? 70S it is present in prokaryote and the 80S it is present in eukaryote. But two organelles which is present in eukaryotic system, chloroplast and the mitochondria. Chloroplast, photosynthesis, powerhouse of the cell, mitochondria. ये दो organelles हैं जिसके अंदर 70S type of ribosome is present. ये हम देखेंगे in organelle part because these are the example of symbiotic association, right? Maximum internal structure of mitochondria and the chloroplast, these are resembles to bacteria. So similar like a bacteria, chloroplast as well as the mitochondria, both they have 70S type of ribosome. Okay, now inside this stroma there is a presence of genetic material, double stranded DNA, coiled but circular. again which is similar to bacteria. Normally क्या होता है, in case of eukaryotic system, linear genetic material is present, linear eukaryotic में, right, and circular genetic material present in bacteria. But chloroplast eukaryotic organelle है, but still it is has genetic material circular which is resembles to bacteria, because initially plant body में chloroplast नहीं था, right? It is coming from BGA, it is coming from cyanobacteria. Cyanobacteria, they get integrated, they get entered inside the body of the plant, और तब से लेके अब तक that cyanobacteria is behave like a chloroplast, like cyanobacteria. So whatever the properties are present, internal property, उसके enzymes होने दो, genetic material or type ribosome, all these are the structure, these are the resembles to bacteria. So similar like a bacteria, ribosome, क्या कह रहे थे, हाँ, chloroplast, they consist of the 70s type of the ribosome and genetic material, double stranded DNA coiled, not linear. It has circular genetic material again which is resembles to bacteria. Clear? ये दोनों properties similar है for the mitochondria as well as the chloroplast. Mitochondria also it has 70s type of the ribosome and the mitochondria genetic material double stranded coiled circular. ठीक है? As well as inside the stroma, other protein as well as enzyme also present. ठीक है? दो तीन इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट है. नंबर 1 रूबिस्को प्रेजेंट होगा एंड द नंबर 2 70s टाइप ऑफ द राइबोसोम एंड द जेनेटिक मटेरियल डबल स्ट्रैंडेड डीएनए कॉइल्ड सर्कुलर. बाकी और कुछ भी प्रेजेंट होता है बट वी आर नॉट टेकिंग दैट पार्ट बिकॉज वो इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं. Clear? The stroma consists of rich with the Rubisco enzyme, which is the most abundant enzyme or most abundant protein in plant kingdom. Again, it consists of the 70s type of the ribosome, and again it has double-stranded DNA coiled genetic material. Clear? Okay. Now, next part and the last point, stromal lamellae. Now, what happened? ये सारा structure with the grana. One grana, second grana, third grana. Now what happened? All these grana, they connected with some lamellae. They connected some connection. So we are talking about the connection. One grana, they are showing connection with the others like this. They are showing the interconnection. Because अगर connection नहीं होगा, so they can easily float here and there. So it's not give the stability, right? So now what happened? Whatever we are talking about grana or granum, they all connected with each other. And this connection pipe, ये जो pipe है, these are the connection. These are called as the stromal lamellae. These are called as the stromal lamellae. Lamellae means what? Connection. Connection. कुछ तो thread-like structure है. Something a connection. Why we are talking about this stromal? Because ये जितने भी connections है, all these are the lamellae. They come contact with stroma. Yes or no? यहाँ से originate हुआ. Now they get attached to second granum. It is get originate from here. They attach to second granum. So now what happened? Maximum portion they can easily float inside this stroma. Maximum lamellae portion connection तो है. Definitely these are the part of connection. But now what happened? Maximum part of the lamellae they face to stroma. They come contact with stroma. So such type of this lamellae, these are called as the stromal lamellae. And what is the function of this stromal lamellae? They are showing connection between all thylakoid, all grana, they get connected with each other. Such type of this lamellae, such type of the thread-like structure, such type of this connection, simply these are called as the stromal lamellae because they come contact with stroma. ठीक है, maximum portion exposes stroma को. That's why it is called as the stromal lamellae. Clear? Clear this point? Okay. 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 So here I am talking about quickly structure. See, outer membrane, inner membrane, stromal lamellae. Now these are the grana, stroma, ribosome. Starch granules also present, lipid droplets also present, because you know very well, starch basically these are the storage forms. So again, it is present inside the chloroplast. And some lipid droplets also present who can easily float. Yeah. So is this any doubt from today's class? ये जो part है ना, this part, ATP, NADPH production, we'll discuss that part later. Because इसको जैसे हम explain करेंगे, then we start about the cyclic and the non-cyclic reaction. Okay, Sahil, Hanuman, Malaika. Okay, no doubt. Yeah. So with this, we end today's session. Next part we will discuss from next week, and definitely we'll take some extra classes for the revision. Yeah, and please don't miss the class because revision हुआ है, and specifically we start from the plant physiology because so many students already told me because confusion होता है, definitely confusion होता है because two chapters they link with each other. First का connection second के पास है, then second it is connected to third because plant physiology. So don't miss the class first of all.